to Wine Library TV. I am your host, Gary Vaynerchuk, and this, my friends, is the Thunder Show, aka the internet's most passionate wine program that always intends to expand your palate while making you trust it yourself, while enjoying it with your friends and family, the ones you love. That's why I do the Thunder Show, Mr. Mott, and we've got some cheese, and we've got some vino, and I'm very excited about it. We've got Piper's Pit in the house. It's just a good old-fashioned day, Mott. It's a good day. Have you joined the Thunder Cruise yet? Cabins are going quickly. Mott, link it up. Thunder Cruise action. I really, really hope you will join us. Deposits are needed sooner than later. Cabins are going quickly. We've also got something brewing with American Express and Visa that are probably going to make the cabins disappear. So, you know, quicker, the better. Very interesting show today. We're talking about wines from Valtellina, which is an area that a lot of people don't know about. Mott, zoom it up real good. Valtellina is in Lombardy, which is right next door to Piedmont. It's actually more known for its ski resort than anything else. You got that in there, Mott? It's on very mountainous area in Italy, producing very interesting wines, mainly Nebbiolo, though we're starting to see some other grapes. I think Merlot and Pinot are starting to be planted. Very hilly. It's going east to west on the mountainside, so it's going east to west, so maximum light exposure, Mott, and Vaniacs. Very similar to Sicily, but a cooler area, so you get a different style of wine. Made in the Nebbiolo style, a little bit lighter than maybe the counterparts from Piedmont, which are big, massive, well-respected wines. But this is an area, Valtellina, that is bringing some thunder, very much under the radar. So for you and the Ustream peeps at home, I'm really trying to expand your palate, make you find new things, and that's something I'm very excited about. Just getting people to try different things. Yeah. It's just imperatively important to me, Mott. One thing, I want to check on Ian. There's one thing here that freaks me out. 29, let me see something. 40345. 1 second, Mott. Keep me busy. Do something, Mott.
Do something.
It's me again.
Hello.
Give him something good, Mott.
I'm going to try the cheese.
Good idea. I knew it. I think I knew it. Hold on. Nice job. I knew it! Mott, I knew it. Mott, I knew it, I knew it. And this is why the Thunder Show rocks so much, because I did something, I had to check, and I was right. I looked in the back labels, and Ian went dyslexic on me. He said this one was 36 and this is 18. It's the other way around, Mott. My natural gut wine instincts saved my behind today. Let me shake it for all the maniac. Little behind. I saved it, Mott. That was for you right there. You like that? It's good stuff. I know. Well, Brett Favre's watching now, so I have to, you know, I figured maybe, you know. Anyway, so, yes, the first wine is 18 bones, not, and I'll explain to you why I kind of thought that. Anyway, we also have some Pieve right here. This is the Pieve Vecchio, the red label. So that means it's been aged for 1 year. Made from pasteurized cow's milk. Pieve is a very interesting cheese that has been getting a lot of interest from the Bologna region in Italy. So we're going to be pairing this up because the gourmet people said it pairs well, and because we've been talking about doing more cheese this year. There's 2 milkings in this pasteurized style. One of them is skimmed, aged for 1 year, cow's milk, Pieve. So we'll be tasting that as well in a little bit. Now, the reason I thought there was something wrong was this one's 12.5 alcohol, this one's 14. That right off the bat tells you, you know, there could be something going on. But also, I'm going to jump ahead a little bit. Right here, you'll see sfrazato, right? So that term means raisining, almost like an Amarone style. So this is like a Nebbiolo in an Amarone style, right? Like we normally would do with the Valpolicella. So I kind of also thought that'd be a higher, plus I mean, everything, right? The bottle's bigger. I mean, I just knew something was up. Plus anything that's made in the Ricotto Amarone style, sfrazato, just feels like it's got to be that style. So anyway, jumping ahead. This is one of the most famous producers from Valtellina. This is Sandro Fe. This is the Sicella. 18 US dollars. And let's see what's going on here. Now, I've had very little experience with these wines myself, so I'm expanding my palate as well. I probably have had 2 or 3 in my entire life. Very little. Low demand on these wines. from the Valtellina. But again, Nebbiolo grape, if you're not familiar with that, again, found very much in Barolos and Barbarescos. Some nice color, rustic red. Let's give it a sniffy sniff. Classic old world. I mean, you get some petrol component coming through on this. You get like some old sour cherries. I get a little tobacco coming through. Oil. I just get a heavy dose of oil, crude oil kind of thing going on. This is definitely a turnoff for a lot of people. Very rustic, old world, rusty nails comes to mind. Let's give it a whirl. Fail. Wow. High acid, really big and tannic wine for 12.5 alcohol content. I get roasted red peppers coming through in this wine. I get a steely component, almost like almost like I got smacked in the face with a frying pan that was like greasy and never cleaned with rust on it. I mean, and a little tomato sauce, right? I mean, just very, very rustic old world. Would be appalling to 85% of the drinking public in America. But for that 15% that's looking for the nuances, looking for different things, this would be a wine that appeals. For me, I've had a lot of Italian wines that are interesting and different, under 20 bones, that are better than this, even some under 15 that I've liked more, especially with the Nebbiolo grape. Let me just give it one more whirl. Let me try it with the cheese. It's a brutal wine. Really big. Oh, my.
Good.
Try that. Wow. Come on, link up that cheese. Wow. Does get better. This is why it's so great. I mean, the fat of the cheese coats the palate and definitely makes it come out a little bit more. As a matter of fact, this time I get a little bit of like a leafy, flowery, almost like Indian, Darjeeling tea kind of thing going on, which is quite nice. But again, still very rustic, a little overrated in my opinion. Overrated, let me rephrase that. Overpriced for what it is, 18 bones. I'm going to go 86 plus points. I just think it's kind of meh. I don't see any reason for you to try it other than to expand your palate, which I think is imperatively important. Let's rinse and move on. Same producer. Again, Valtellina, not that many different producers. So this is a Sforzato style wine. Again, this is the Sforzato di Valentina from the Sandro Fe producer. Let's see what's going on here. Again, this is made a little bit in the Amarone style that a lot of people love, the Amarones out there, remember? So this could be up your alley. This is 36 bones, not 18, Ian. Let's give it a sniffy sniff. Great color, by the way. Just gorgeous. This is very nice, very romantic. Made me think of Christmas right off the bat. Almost like eggnoggy and spearminty and pepperminty. And that, yeah, very minty coming through, which I like quite a bit. Let's give it a whirl. Wow. One more second. This is the 05. That was an 03. It's a younger wine and a bigger wine. This is like the gorgeous love child of a great Amarone and a tremendous Barolo. Barbaresco instead. Going a little more rustic. Wow, this is exceptional. This is balanced, elegant, tons of fruit, really, really, really solid stuff. Explosive, yet balanced, right? It's like fruit. It's not fruit bomby. It's just, it's round. It's very focused and tight and fresh. Bright and elegant while having a teeness to it, very similar to that. Almost that Darjeeling thing going on. Maybe the Indian trip affected my palate. I drank a lot of Darjeeling tea. But bright candied red fruit. I love the blackberries that are coming through here. I love blackberries, by the way. I finally decided they're my favorite. Just gorgeous licorice reduction sauce coming through. Something you pour on top of duck is what comes to mind here. To me, this is an unknown area, and this is the kind of wine in an area that gets more exposure over the next decade that could get very expensive. To me, when I taste this wine, I see 100 bones on it. I believe it and I respect it, and I understand why. This is very good. Great tannins. Great cheese. Cheese and wine pairings are awesome. Anyway, bright, focused, charming. Who wouldn't want a man like that? Bright, focused, and charming. Think of this as the perfect catch. I would score this wine 92 plus points. I like it a lot. I think it's well worth 36 bones. I think if you're an Italian wine drinker, you like the Brunello, you like the Barolo, you like the Barbaresco, you like the Amarone. This is a wine you need to put part of the mix. I think it's intense, rich, elegant, focused, bright, and just well made. I'm a big fan of this wine. Big kudos to Sandro Fe. Very good stuff, and I think it's well worth seeking out. And if you're a wine nerd, Italian wine nerd, this is something up your alley. I did not have this ever before. I've never had Sforzato wine from Valentini, I'm completely taken aback by the overall quality. Score it 92 plus, and definitely find it. It's good stuff. I would score the cheese 91 plus. Delightful. Question of the day. What is the best new Italian wine you've had? This is mine. Because you, with a little bit of me, we're changing the wine world, whether they like it or not.